All right, guys, today we're checking out the Addmotor M-360 semi-recumbent electric trike. So on first glance, the glossy orange frame is very visible. So you'll definitely be seeing when you're riding this in the streets or you're riding it in the bike paths. I'm partial to orange, obviously, so this is why I chose this color. So what exactly is a semi-recumbent electric trike? So semi-recumbent actually means a relaxed and natural posture that reduces strain on the back and shoulders when you're riding. So I know what a fully recumbent bike looks like, and those are usually non-electric, and it looks like the rider is completely lying down and their legs are totally outstretched as they're pedaling. So as you guys know, I'm a short rider, and the M360 is probably a little bit too big for me. I think the Mini might be more appropriate for someone my size, but we'll still go over all the technical features. So here we have 20 by 4 inch fat tires. You got a bit of a dual sport tread. We have mechanical disc brakes, which I believe are manufactured by Tektro. A basic front suspension fork. I think this is the electronic horn. The integrated front headlight, which is small but powerful. Got a foldable stem over here in case you're transporting it. It's also adjustable, so it could go higher or lower depending on your riding style. Integrated front fender with the glossy orange. We have the swept back handlebars, faux leather grips, display controls for your indicator lights, your horn, your pedal assist levels, and your power button. Got a black and white center mounted LCD display, Shimano 7-speed shifter, and a right hand half twist throttle with a kill switch. I think an important feature for electric trikes is having a parking brake. So this is so the trike doesn't roll down a hill, and you could hit the brakes, push this down, and it keeps the bike from moving. So that's really important. We've reviewed some trikes that didn't have a parking brake, and it just seemed like a massive oversight. So this is really important to have. Now, in terms of power, we have a UL certified 48 volt, 20 amp hour removable battery. So that should give you a decent amount of range depending on how you like to ride. Here's a look at the saddle seat. It's pretty wide, has some good cushioning. It also has a backrest. Now, the only way to adjust the saddle is forward and backward. Right now it's in its furthest position to the front, but it could go further back, especially for taller riders. I do wish that the backrest was adjustable to be able to slide further in or out, as well as vertically. So right now it's in a fixed position and you can't actually move it forward or up and down. Now over here we have a center mounted 750 watt rear hub motor, and this might be hard to see, but right behind the hub motor is the rear differential. Now having a rear differential is important for varying the speeds of the rear tires, and this actually prevents you from tipping over. Here's a look at the Shimano 7-speed derailleur. We also got the integrated rear fenders left and right, glossy orange, and the integrated large rear capacity basket, which includes a waterproof bag that can zip up. So yeah, plenty of storage. Right now I have my camera gear in here, but this is really ideal, especially when you're running errands. We have an integrated rear taillight with the brake functionality. So it might be hard to see, but it does get brighter. We also have turn signals, left over here. We also have right. And the total weight of this trike is 94.8 pounds, which is pretty significant. So this is definitely something that would be very difficult to carry upstairs or even to transport in a vehicle. So having dedicated storage where you don't have to lift it anywhere is probably ideal for something like this. One thing to note, I didn't see any way to have a reverse function on this trike. Having a reverse button is actually really good. Usually it's located somewhere on the display, and it's just a push button, and reverse will just kind of make you go in reverse pretty slowly. It would have been a nice addition for something this big, especially if you're parking it head first and you need to back out. So now that we've gone over all the features of the Addmotor M360, let's take it out for its first ride.
The M360's semi-recumbent design is all about comfort, especially for riders looking for a relaxed posture that reduces strain on the back and shoulders. With its 20 by 4 inch fat tires and front suspension fork, the trike is built to handle some rough terrain but is really meant for smooth streets. A standout feature is the rear differential, which minimizes tipping over during tight turns by varying the speed of the left and right rear wheels. The adjustable saddle seat with backrest adds comfort, but shorter riders might not experience the full benefits of the semi-recumbent setup due to the trike's long wheelbase. space. Riders also get a large rear basket with a waterproof bag, making it perfect for grocery runs or hauling supplies. However, its size and weight mean you'll need a dedicated storage space, like a garage or shed, to park it. The M360 is powered by a 750-watt center-mounted motor paired with a 48-volt, 20-amp-hour removable battery. Addmotor claims up to 85 miles of range depending on your terrain, weight, and pedal assist level, and the controller tune delivers a smooth power curve, making it ideal for leisurely cruises or tackling moderate hills. The Shimano 7-speed shifter can help adapt to different terrain, while the mechanical disc brakes paired with an integrated parking brake provide reliable stopping power. The right-hand half-twist throttle offers convenience, especially for riders who prefer less pedaling on longer journeys. While the power and range are great, keep in mind that the M360 is more about comfort and utility than speed. It's not designed for high-speed performance, but it's more than capable for the average rider's needs.
So I have some camera gear in the back over here in this waterproof bag in the basket. It's not a ton of stuff, so I don't know how much that'll affect the ride, probably not at all, but I did want to put some items in here just to see what that was like. So the seat is adjustable, but right now it's in its closest setting towards the handlebars, which is still pretty far from me, I can already tell. It does go further back though if you're a taller rider. Here is what I look like on the M360. I know they make a mini, and I think that might be more appropriate for my size. But later on, we'll get our buddy Paul to try it out and see how he fits on it. It feels comfortable in this position, which is semi-recumbent, right? This is for people with back issues. It alleviates kind of like pressure on your back and your shoulders. If my legs were longer, I'd be able to kind of like easily pedal it. Right now, they're not really long enough to pedal and hold the handlebars. I'll kind of have to like be planted a little more upright. Unfortunately, the backrest doesn't move up. I was hoping it would, but there's no way to slide this forward, so I won't even really have my back on the backrest. Now, before we get started, there are what looks to be 7 levels of pedal assist. So it says here 1 and 2 are in eco mode, and then once you hit 3 and 4, that's standard, I believe. And then 5, 6 is power mode, and then 7 is speed mode. All right, so we'll start at pedal assist level 1, eco, and I'll do my best to pedal this thing. So get right into it, kind of push down because it's a little heavy. No throttle. And yeah, it's a very subtle ramp up in the power. The motor is working, but in a very subtle manner. I'm still kind of like really having to pedal here since the trike is close to 100 pounds. So, and I'm like in an awkward position. So 1 maybe a little too low, especially going like slight incline up. It's like really tough. Let's bump it up to pedal assist level 2, no throttle yet. And yeah, that's a good variation, very subtle variation. It's not just instant torque, which is nice. I like when the tune is not so abrupt when you change levels, so this is good. Yeah, this is a very chill pedal assist level. This is something that would probably be best for like, kind of like, going through the bike lanes and things like that. All right, let's try pedal assist level 3. There we go. Definitely feel the motor working more. This is kind of where I feel the most comfortable. And it's generating enough power for the weight of this trike. Now it feels like a natural pedaling sensation, as if I was just pedaling a regular non-electric trike. This is good. Okay, let's just pump it up to speed mode here, and we'll give it a little throttle. There we go. Very nice. Wow. Tons of power. Most of these trikes, they kind of limit you to like 15 miles per hour. This thing is definitely not limiting me. Plenty of power off the line. And let's talk about the rear differential a little bit. So what this means is that the rear tires spin at different rates to keep you balanced. And as you can see, I'm trying to maneuver, right? And it's kind of like keeping me balanced, even though I'm doing these really kind of tight turns with a lot of power, and it's just keeping me balanced. So yeah, this actually feels really comfortable. I don't feel like I'm gonna tip over necessarily. I probably could tip over if I really tried, but yeah, this is good. I like that, and I like that the hub motor is located right in the center, in the rear between the tires, and it's not front wheel drive. So that's nice. In terms of, let's see, turning radius, right? I can kind of turn like that, right? With my left wheel centered. So very easy to kind of maneuver through tight spaces, which you'll definitely need for a trike this size. Now let's test out the mechanical disc brakes. There are 3 mechanical disc brakes, 1 in the front and 2 in the rear. So we'll get some speed, gather up some speed here and do this brake test. All right, full speed, full throttle, and brake. Not bad.
I am 5'11", about 200 pounds. This seat is in the forward position. It doesn't move up and down, it moves forward or backwards. And it's in the forward position now. It seems just about right for me. So I imagine this would be a good choice for people that are over 6 foot. Nice power take up. And I know some trikes where they would have been up on 2 wheels at this point. And PAS level 3 does feel real natural as far as the amount of power. And I'm going to check the throttle now. Now you do have your full range of throttle even in PAS 0, and that's what I like to see, mostly for reasons of safety, because on some bikes when you have the power of the throttle restricted by the PAS level and you get into a situation, you don't have that power to move out of the way. It does feel real stable, and it's a real comfortable ride. I'm not sure how much work the front suspension fork is doing because it's so far away from your where your body weight is supported, but having the suspension there is better than not having suspension there, so no complaints for me. It does have a fully functioning parking brake which locks both rear wheels, so that's a good feature, and as you can see they lock it real firmly, so you don't have to worry about it rolling out from you when you are loading your luggage or whatever. One thing that I did not see on here is a reverse, and for a bike that weighs this much, close to 100 pounds, that might be an issue depending on how you park. For example, if you park head-on into a store parking lot where there's an incline and you need to back out, you're just going to have to unlock the parking brake and pull it out yourself. It would need storage space, possibly a garage. The typical person is not going to carry this up their apartment stairs, so it wouldn't be suitable for apartment dwellers. But for someone who does have the space where they could just pull it in and close the door and park it, I think it would work out real good.
Yeah, like I said, plenty of power right off the line. This parking lot is a little jacked up, so I just got to be a little careful around here. A lot of debris and some cracked glass. So, yeah, tons of power. Super fun. Woo! Pretty easy to maneuver, all things considered. Rear differential's doing its thing. I don't feel like I'm tipping over. Yeah, so much power. Woo! Let's see if I can handle this hill over here. Whoa, my God. I was able to get up the hill, but it was a little scary. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's not an off-road machine, but can certainly ride on the grass if you needed to. Can handle it. The steep inclines might be a little tough, though. Probably not recommended to ride this thing on steep inclines. All right, let's head back down. All right. Swing back around here. And here we go. Yeah, tons of power. This is a lot of fun. You gotta really like lean your weight into it. Watch out for the glass. Really take those turns. I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna be going this, like riding like this if you're in the market for a semi-recumbent electric trike, but you can if you wanted to. But yeah, tons of power. First impressions with the Addmotor M-360. I'm actually really impressed. This has a ton of power. The rear differential was like really, really nice. At no point did I feel like I was gonna tip over. I wish I was a little bit taller to really like take advantage of the semi-recumbent nature of this trike, like where I could really have my back against the backrest and just feel more relaxed. The way I was sitting was more of an upright position. You know, I felt like I was almost like a standing position sometimes, you know, like where my weight was really centered. I felt like pedal assist level 3 felt the most natural without using any throttle. It felt like I was riding just a regular non-electric trike. This large rear basket over here with the waterproof bag, I mean, that's a really nice touch. Be able to transport things easily. That's like why trikes are really cool, I think, just a large carrying capacity. One last thing, this is a pretty big trike, right? So this should be considered as maybe a replacement for your car, or instead of having a second vehicle, something like this would replace that second car, which means that it would need its own dedicated storage space. So having a shed, having a garage is really ideal for something like this. You really don't want to park this thing outside, and you don't want to carry it up a flight of stairs either. And finally, who is this for, right? A semi-recumbent trike is meant for people who have back pain, who, you know, want to alleviate the pressure on their back and shoulders when they're riding. So folks with mobility issues are probably looking for something like this.
So here's what we like. The rear differential enhances stability, making it great for tight turns and uneven surfaces. The large rear basket is perfect for carrying cargo, groceries, or gear. And the semi-recumbent design and backrest provide excellent comfort for those with back or mobility issues. But here's some things to consider. At nearly 95 pounds, transporting and storing this trike is a logistical challenge. The long wheelbase may not be ideal for shorter riders, and it requires a dedicated space for storage, like a garage or shed. Overall, the Addmotor M-360 semi-recumbent electric trike is a unique blend of comfort, stability, and utility. Its semi-recumbent design and large cargo capacity make it a great choice for tall riders with mobility or back issues. However, its size and weight might make it less appealing for those with limited storage space or shorter riders who can't fully enjoy its ergonomic benefits. So, what do you think of the Addmotor M-360? Does this semi-recumbent trike fit your needs, or do you want more? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.